Hello. It's been a while on the vlog front, unfortunately. I can only really describe it as not much motivation to create, if you will. I think I've kind of got into that creator's block that people talk about. Like, I don't describe myself as a creator. That's kind of something that I would describe as more hippie-esque, or I don't even know what I describe a creator, but I just wouldn't really describe myself as a creator. But I suppose I am, because I create vlogs and content for stuff. So yeah, basically I haven't really been on the whole creative front recently with these vlogs, which has kind of put me into kind of this feedback loop that I talked about before in a previous Facebook post about just inaction creating demotivation, and then being demotivated about being demotivated, and then being demotivated about being demotivated about being demotivated. And it's just, you constantly come up with these excuses to not do things, and fundamentally it's about action. Action is going to help me become more motivated. You know, how many times do you sit down, just start some work, and it turns into like a long process of creating lots of great work? So that's what this vlog is. It's a little update vlog, give you some of my thoughts, some little bit of talking, because I think a few of you who watch this and comment and share and like and tell me that you like them, which is really nice, said that these talking vlogs are some of your favorites. So that's what I'm doing now. Update number one, been sociably very busy, which has been fantastic. We've had, when I say we, me and Laura, we've had weddings to go to. We've been to Stockholm, which is lovely. We've had a couple of Seattleites, or Seattle people here that we met in the Philippines, and we met in Japan, and we met in Seattle. They came to visit us for a few days, so I was entertaining them. And just generally like friends over for dinner and sleepovers and going out and wedding organizing. So from a social front, it's been fantastic. And I think when you look at the vlogs from the prep in 2016, sociable wasn't really the main aim of the game. It was all about prepping for a contest. So you do have to abstain from a number of occasions, unfortunately. So I've been kind of making up on those, I suppose, and being away for a year and catching up with people and all that kind of thing. Second one, and I think probably the biggest block that I felt for myself in creating is kind of like just slightly how boring the fitness industry is to a certain extent. It's the same kind of pictures on Instagram. Everyone's got their ass out, everyone's got their abs out, everyone's got their boobs out. And fitness professionals or educators now have suddenly gone from saying that 500 calories of sugar will make you gain weight as opposed to 2,000 calories of clean food, and not really admitting anything about being wrong, or unblocking people that were telling them that were wrong. And other things like fitness pros that I'm sure some of you follows, girlfriends who don't even have like a gym level 2 qualification. And that gym level 2 basically allows you to become a fitness instructor on the gym floor, but yet they're becoming coaches. They're coaching people through nutrition, writing diet plans, and all those kind of things kind of just make me feel a little bit meh. You know, like the industry is just quite smoke and mirrors, and it's quite flat, and it's quite, you know, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's just not, a lot of the stuff that you don't see as a general public who are into fitness don't see the stuff that's going on behind closed doors sometimes. And it's almost like, you know, I want to reveal that, but then it's kind of like, that's just me being a little bit crap. And it's not really my responsibility, and who am I to do that? But it's stuff like that that kind of just makes me feel a bit kind of like, you know, everyone's saying the same thing now, you know, no one to call out anymore that I kind of built this channel on. And then the third thing is, again, go back to a bit of boredom with my own training. I've been spending 15 years training and exercising and doing things, you know, since the day I was about just past 15. I started the Body for Life plan and started on supplements, and I've been training pretty consistently for about 15 years. Competed in 11 bodybuilding shows, won a couple of them, got a couple of like decent placings at British finals, and including a second place. Competed at powerlifting level, not the top world powerlifting level, but I got fourth at a world championships. Competed at over 600 kilogram total, 3 times deadlifts, all these kind of things, which I feel really proud of. But every time I go into the gym now, nothing's really exceptional. It's also quite difficult to be exceptional and get excited about it, because for me to get to that next level takes so much more effort, an incredible amount more effort than when it was I first started training. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that it's maybe a process of me being really regimented. You know, I am relatively systematic and pragmatic with my approach. I'm very much do this, 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 and this, and this will get this result. And that is true to a certain extent, but then it's taking the emotional, pleasurable side of things and putting them on the side rather than putting them at least in the middle or the forefront of programming within the off-season of bodybuilding kind of thing. So with that, what I've decided to do is change my training program just slightly, where I still want that physique aspect, where I'm still trying to build muscle tissue, but not forgetting the enjoyment of things. So training in different environments, training with people. Christ, you know, when I was early 20s, I used to train with mates all the time, and that was part of the fun. And that was part of the process and part of the challenge, was training with your friends. And in recent years, certainly over the past sort of 4 or 5 years, certainly transitioning into adulthood, if you will, and having more responsibilities and different responsibilities, and also choosing self-employment and owning my own business, so it wasn't necessarily easy for me to then train with certain people at certain times. I'm now going to prioritize that and try and train with some friends and do what they're doing, or we'll train together or do something like that, because that does motivate you a little bit more. Certainly if you're doing a you go, I go, partners, some weird CrossFit-y type assault bike cardio thing. And that leads me into that aspect. I've maybe started to include some quote-unquote conditioning workouts at the end of my sessions that are just a little bit of a challenge and a little bit fun, because feeling tired and working hard, you get this kind of euphoric feeling after exercise that I kind of miss. I also have bought a new pair of running trainers. Some of you long-time YouTube and Facebook viewers, you'll know that I took up a bit of running last year because it was kind of one of the only things that I could do and it was easy to do. And I've taken up running and I've bought some new trainers. They're fantastic, they feel great, and I've been out for at least a couple of runs on them now and enjoying that bit of process. So I'm starting to find my feet a little bit and finding a little bit of enjoyment back into exercising and getting excited about it. But again, it reverts back to my initial suggestion that action helps breed motivation. And that's where it becomes this kind of thing where if anyone else out there is sort of struggling with motivation to want to train, there is a level of assessment in terms of what your training program is doing. Maybe you're at a peak position within your training program and it's becoming quite difficult anyway. It's then maybe a time to deload or pull back a little bit for a week or two to get that resensitization of the gym, that re-feeling of enjoying the gym. But I think I was a little bit beyond that. It wasn't a case of deloading because I hadn't really trained much. I think it was just more about reconsidering my enjoyment and why I go to the gym. And the biggest thing for me was the health benefit, the feeling benefit, and the confidence benefit, that you look better, you feel better, and it also then translates into other aspects of your life because you're feeling better, you're more motivated to do other things. It just kind of becomes something. It's a good foundation for me personally, is feeling fit and healthy. So action is essentially creating this vlog, talking about it, going over things and discussing them, and certainly looking at my programming and things and making some changes. I'm not sure how long this one's going to be. I hope it's been moderately helpful, but this is an update vlog and I wanted you to kind of know where I was and where I was at if anyone's actually interested, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've not got 1 million followers or anything. I think I probably do need to start doing the whole 6-pack and ass out and boobs out kind of thing. It might accelerate my career a little bit more. Maybe Love Island, that's what I'll do. I'll apply for Love Island next year. But I don't think Laura would be very happy with that. That's a tricky conversation. Yeah. Call it there, that's done, that's enough. Sorry about the hair shenanigans at the moment, it's haircut day. So yeah. Peace!